startups are always looking for supply chain, human capital, a calm R&D environment where they can nurture innovation and thoughts. And Mysuru has provided all of them except a city that has a strong infrastructure. Mysuru will prosper in spite of the policymakers' intervention, like how Bangalore grew without the policymakers and the politicians know when it grew. Mysuru is also bound to grow. In the next 10 years, you will see Mysuru very different from what it is today. So it is our duty to make sure that Mysuru does not grow randomly and haphazardly. And this is my topic, and this is where I want to ask the community in Mysuru to join together and influence the policymakers to help Mysuru grow in a structured way. And our Highness has been telling us that Mysuru branding is very important. So here we are with the Mysuru brand. Namma Mysuru, Namma Hemme, Shuddha, Swachha, Shuddha and Samruddha. And Samruddha has come from Swami Vidyananda's talk last time at Mysuru. And most of us who are, engineers turned businessmen, were always guilty of being businessmen because people think we have made money. So Swamiji said, make money ethically and spend. And the message of prosperity is something that's very important for all the entrepreneurs. Now let us join together and demand a robust city plan instead of allowing Mysuru to grow very haphazardly. And even before we can make out, we will be in a pile of traffic, we will be in a mess of waterlogged areas, and we will be running towards Kodagu or Nanjangud very soon. And here we have to join together as Mysuru citizens, and all the associations put together have to brand Mysuru. We want to have our Mysuru royalty and the JSS PETA to take the initiative, because these two organizations or institutions are long-standing. They don't have elections, and they can be there for the next 100 years guiding us to take Mysuru to the next level. Now what do we want to do in 2030? Now here I have a short presentation. We have seen the heritage Mysuru that is there. We are actually requesting the policymakers to identify Mysuru as an international expo city, because here we look at clean, Swachha, Shuddha and Samruddha. So Swachha is non-polluting industries, which is international expo city. We have a knowledge city, which is all universities, tele-education and all of that. Agri-tech, which is going to help Kodagu, Chamarajanagar, Mandya and the surrounding areas, where it will not be polluting but will make farmers prosperous, and farming is also an industry. We have electronic system design and manufacturing, and Mysuru will become a national startup capital here because you have all the infrastructure. Mysuru already attracts electronic companies because of Ranksons, Canes, Vinyas and companies like that, and they seeded the growth of electronics, and a lot more will come. We have a health city which is again very conducive for Mysuru. We have lots of hospitals, we have a lot of space. We don't need to acquire land here. There is 12,000 acres of unused land acquired in 1990 and then held by a real estate lobby, which can be freed up for the industry. And I also put some numbers here, the land and the money. Fortunately, this is actually a very good business case. In just 5 years, the government or the private sector that will take up the city will break even. Now what is this Mysuru heritage? We will mark Mysuru, old Mysuru, into a cordoned off area where all the buildings will be heritage. There will be only electric vehicles, pedestrians, and not much of high-rise buildings. In 10 years, Mysuru will be modeled like one of those European cities, which is totally heritage, clean, and fun, like carnival around the year. It will also attract a lot of tourists. When you come to, we would also like to relocate the zoo from here to outskirts of Mysore. This is already a plan, and we are now trying to influence the policymakers on this direction. Electronic systems design and manufacturing hub, we have already spoken. There is nothing better than Mysore in the whole of the country. There is nothing better than Mysore in the whole of the world, because Scanray has presence in about 8 countries around the world. We have seen what it makes to take a electronic company, and if Mysore gives the infrastructure, I am 100% sure that all the MNCs will be here in no time. Knowledge City, so this is about 200 acres, 36,000 crores of revenue, 75 lakh employment, and this again we have JSS, NIE, there is a Maharaja Institute, several institutes that are there here. We can grow this into, and now with 5G coming, a lot of tele-education and telehealth can also come here. International Expo City is very interesting. Every country has got a city where there are only exhibitions. It is non-polluting. It gives a lot of activity for the tourism sector. It will give prosperity to the common man. When IT grows, it is only one section of the society that grows. The rest of them, will feel the pinch of social inequality, and this is a sector which will help. We have been talking about cultural city, medical, pharma, business, agriculture, and all of them. There are about 500 exhibitions happening around the year in all the cities, and Mysore will be the destination for all of them. Here I have my city planner Naveen also here. We have worked a lot on these things. We had presented it to the government in 2016, and we are now under the guidance of JSS and the royalty. We want to present it again to the government very shortly. Agri-tech is something that will help Kodagu and Mysore and the surrounding areas. Instead of selling grains, we will sell value-added food products. And CFTRA is here, DFRL is here. There's a lot of agri-tech research that can happen. And this again is another emerging sector. Mysore can be the food basket, but processed food basket of India. Health City, of course we have spoken. Then tourism, rejuvenation. I think Mysore is already a yoga capital for the world. That can be grown in a very structured way, rather than haphazard. This I will skip. So this is just a short treatment, comparison of numbers with. You can just see. I don't have to read it. India is one of the cheapest in healthcare treatment in the world, and patients coming from all over the world can spend 5 days in the hospital, 1 month roaming around in Mysore, make all of us prosperous, and get good health also worldwide. And this is the team. We have not included, we have missed some people. We have Rotary Lions, we have the Industry Association, CII, FICCI, and all the team that have been supportive in different ways. We want to bring a lot more people into this and let it become a movement. I request our anchor to just let us repeat the slogan once, that all of us are together, not as groups, but as one proud Mysore community. Thank you very much.
So you please join with me, sir, for this. So I would like to request all of you to repeat this slogan with me. Namma Mysuru Namma Hemme.
Namma Mysuru Namma Hemme.
Namma Mysuru Namma Hemme.
Namma Mysuru Namma Hemme.
Swacha, Shuddha, Samruddha,
Samruddha.
Namma Mysuru,
Namma Mysuru.
Namma Hemme.
Namma Hemme.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.